One click is all it takes to lose everything.
We are in a cyber war. You can either be a defendant or you could be a victim.
You get to decide whether something is good or bad. When things happen in your life, there's always a positive and there's always a negative component to it, and you get to choose which one you look at. And the reason I'm going down this path, it amazed me, but I'm always looking at the cyber news, and Amazon has been in the news because they're opening up their new offices, or they announce where they're going to open up their new offices. And it cracks me up because in some cases, people are super excited. People are so excited. This is awesome. Amazon building a headquarters in our town is going to be great. It's going to bring in jobs. It's going to raise the price of houses. It's going to bring in more stores. It's going to help everybody. This is awesome. This is great. And they are super happy. But then I have to laugh because I read another article where people are mad and angry. They're protesting. We don't want Amazon in our town. We don't want Amazon. And you know what's funny about it? They give the same reasons. We don't want Amazon in our town. This is going to be terrible because they're going to raise housing prices. So people will not be able to move in. And they're going to bring in all these new stores, which we don't want because it's going to create all this traffic. And it's going to create all these new jobs, which we don't want because now our town's going to become overcrowded. And I ask you, how can you have two groups of people that look at the same exact facts, and one of them views it as really good and really positive, and one of them views it as really negative and the worst thing that ever happened? And what it really comes down to is, what do you focus on? You can make any situation good or bad. You can make any news that you hear good or bad. The question is, do you want to be happy or do you want to be angry? And there are, to me, a lot of people, and I have some of these friends, and you probably have some of them, where one of my friends, and I'll just call him Bob to protect the guilty, but Bob is funny. No matter what happens, Bob is always angry. Bob is always mad. Bob is always pissed. There's always something wrong with the world. And I'll tell you, he's a good guy, but I dread going to lunch with him because it's emotionally draining. I walk out of there like, oh my God, I'm going to die and the world's going to end. I mean, you just feel down and depressed. And then I have another friend of mine, we'll call her Sally, and I tell you, she could get a flat tire on the way to lunch. She could get bad news from the doctor, but she's in a positive mood. She focuses on the good things. She focuses on, okay, what can I learn from this? And what can I get out of this experience? And what I've learned is being happy in life has nothing to do with money. I'll tell you, there are really, really rich people that are miserable, and there's really, really poor people that are happy. It's not about the money. It's what you focus on and how you view life. And I'm not perfect. I make a lot of these videos for myself. I watch them over and over again to teach myself this stuff. But to me, if we really want to be happy, why don't we focus on the positive? Why don't we focus on the good? Why don't we focus at how things could be as opposed to always looking at the negative? And if you don't believe me and you just want a good laugh, just go and search on Amazon new headquarters, and you'll see these articles where some of the articles are about these people being thrilled and happy, and some of these articles, people being pissed. And the funny thing is, it's the same exact data, but it's just how they're looking at it and what they're focused on. So my question to you is this. As you go through today, this week and this month, what are you focused on?